Well, joining me from Brighton is the Shadow Business Secretary, Chukka Umunna. Chukka Umunna, all these policies that you've been unveiling have a price tag, don't they? Whatever happened to what Ed Balls called iron discipline on public spending?
Well, there absolutely has been iron discipline on public spending in terms of the announcements that we've made. So, for example, the announcement we made about scrapping the very unpopular bedroom tax, we've been clear that that will be funded through axing the Chancellor's ridiculous Shares for Rights scheme, through ensuring that we clamp down on full self-employment in the construction industry, and also closing down on tax loopholes for hedge funds. You see, the issue is here, Cathy, is that government spends over £700 billion. Now, the Conservatives and the coalition government would like your viewers to believe there's only one way of spending that money. But of course, there are other ways of spending it to help your viewers who are facing the biggest cost of living crisis in a generation, with, on average, your viewers having sustained a £1,500 pay cut since the coalition government came to office. And that is what this conference is all about,
but let me ask you about...
absolutely focusing on how we relieve the squeeze on your viewers.
You've got the message across about cost of living, but the problem is the public, if you listen to our poll, the public don't believe it. 23% think they'd be better off under you. That's roughly the same as who think they'd be better off under the Tories.
Well, look, there's two things I'd say about that. First of all, let's remember where Labour has come from. In May 2010, we went down to our second worst defeat in history. I'm standing in one of the southern regions here in Brighton. In the three southern regions of the country, we got just 10 out of 197 seats. So we obviously lost a lot of trust then. But since then, we've built it up. And, you know, polls go up and down. But what really matters
you're not regaining it, though, are you? Because only 23% trust you on cost of living. Only 22% trust the Tories.
Cathy, you're quoting polls to me. What actually matter are votes. And since Ed Miliband became the leader of the Labour Party, we've put on almost 2,000 extra councillors, including in areas like Brighton, Hastings, Norwich, even in David Cameron's backyard, Witney. And it's that what really matters. Polls, as I said, they go on up and down, but what really gives us an indicator of whether we're convincing people that we are fit to run the economy are votes. And I've seen support coming back to us all over the country. But look, obviously, as I said, we've got a hurdle to climb since 2010, and we're working very hard to win back more support.
Very briefly, we don't have much time left. You're just really, do you accept you're struggling to shake off the legacy of the past, both in terms of the economy and also, if you look at Damien McBride's memoirs, in terms of the sort of toxic legacy of rivalry between personalities?
Well, look, that's Damien McBride is a relic of the past. Ed Miliband has brought together a new generation. Many people in the Shadow Cabinet, almost a third of people weren't even in Parliament in the last Parliament. 2/3 of the Shadow Cabinet weren't in the last Cabinet. This is a new generation of people, and what I would say, if you look at what's happened in the past briefings under both Gordon Brown and Tony Blair, you have seen nothing like that under Ed Miliband's leadership, because he's been very clear he won't accept it.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We're very short of time, but thank you very much for joining us, Chukka Umunna.